All right, campers, welcome to Film Camp. This is the part of Camp Pyre where the three of us, or whoever's on, we discuss a movie that is currently in theaters, as well as some other movie news, upcoming movies. Basically, this is just a very movie-heavily discussed topic that's just part of our entertainment Camp Pyre. I am your head counselor, Elliott, and I'm with my two ACs, or assistant counselors.
I'm Sam.
And I am Alex.
And so today we're going to be discussing Thor Ragnarok, along with some other movie news, upcoming movies and whatnot, but we'll also be discussing Thor and the Marvel Universe as a whole. So,
yes.
Movie news. Any of you guys have anything as far as upcoming stuff? I think we were discussing it's not really upcoming, it's already out, but Murder on the Orient Express is something that we were focused on. And then, really, I think the next big thing that's coming out is Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League comes out next week.
That's really about it.
Which is kind of a good timing, because we're going to focus on Marvel for this episode, and maybe for the next one, we can all go see Justice League, and then talk DC.
When does Justice League come out?
Friday.
This Friday. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I guess...
so that's not even... Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's more recent than I thought it was going to
be. So I guess the Justice League can be the next week's film camp. And I have not seen the Batman vs Superman movie. Do I need to?
It's on HBO, so you can watch it there on demand.
I guess I'll see it. I remember that movie came out shortly before Civil War came out, and Civil War destroyed it at the box office.
Oh yeah, and deservedly so.
Did you see Civil War?
I did not.
Okay.
We're gonna find a movie.
All right, yeah, it's okay.
We'll get there.
But in other news, it looks like so Leonardo DiCaprio is 43 today, and Demi Moore is 55, and that's really about
43. Leo's 43. That seems weird to me. Yeah. Leo's 43 now.
Well, he was our age when he filmed Titanic. I think he was only like 20, 23, 24.
That sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
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 And then he was only 19 when they filmed What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
That's
19.
Young.
Yeah, it is. I don't remember what I was doing at age 19. It wasn't that successful.
I don't
age
either.
19. That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. My goodness. That's 5. I'm 24.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here. It's your house. I know I'm saying that.
Nah, it's all right.
I can't relate to any of this. So I'm sorry, boys.
He's 18. As far as that, there's really trailers that really stuck out to you guys when you saw Thor. Well, Alex, when you saw Thor.
I mean, I kind of got there a little bit late for the trailer, so all I saw was the end of Star Wars. And Black Panther.
Oh, yes, I forgot about Black Panther.
That's coming out. Just kind of looking over some different random news stuff online. Just kind of one thing that's happening currently, as of this recording, it is November 11th, 2017. We're currently in the midst of the huge kind of sexual misconduct happenings in Hollywood.
Yeah.
One of the most recent ones is actually George Takei.
Yeah.
That he was accused of he was accused of groping a former male model in 1981. Yeah. So just
who for our listeners or for the campers who don't know who George Takei is.
He was Mr. Sulu in Star Trek. The original one.
Mr. Sulu. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I say showing that I didn't know who he was.
You still don't know? Or?
No, I know who he is now. Yeah.
He's just a very prominent voice currently, in Hollywood in general. It's just kind of I'm not gonna pass any judgment yet on stuff. I'm not saying I worded that wrong.
Right.
Like it's just there's just so much happening right now that I just want to process everything before I pass judgment.
Because you're right. Because ever since the whole Harvey Weinstein incident, Kevin Spacey.
Right.
Yeah. That was a big one. Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
I thought I saw something on IMDb where Dustin Hoffman was also being accused of some stuff.
Louis C.K.
And I think Ben Affleck too.
Yeah.
Really?
For Louis C.K., he actually he owned up to it, and he's
he did?
I did. He's like,
he
owned up to it, and he's like, he apologized.
I didn't hear about that.
But then Netflix dropped his. He was gonna do another stand-up special for Netflix, and they dropped it.
Yeah.
I mean, they also dropped House of Cards.
Didn't Netflix? Or did they drop House of Cards? Just Kevin Spacey from the show.
I think they're like after the first kind of allegations of okay, we're gonna end it after season 6, this upcoming season.
Okay.
But I think they just outright canceled it. Let me double check to be sure.
Sure.
While we're on the topic, I recently saw a meme about Tom Hanks, and it was a headline about Tom Hanks, and all it said was like, you know how they talk in such a manner where they try to catch your attention and get you to click on whatever their BS article is. They were headlining it with like, Tom Hanks recently accused of ... And I was like, oh no, is this about to be what I think it is? So looking further into it, you'll notice if you click on it, the headline is actually Tom Hanks accused of being a nice guy.
Oh,
and then like, it was an article about like Tom Hanks being
like
randomly kind to people.
Another woman comes forward with allegations that Tom Hanks is still a nice guy.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks seen at a nightclub with a football. Does Wilson know? Oh gosh, Tom Hanks. He's one of those last remaining celebrities that I don't think there's the media has nothing on him. Like, he's a nice guy, hasn't done anything.
You say that now, but
aren't
we gonna look fools in 2020?
Well, because I think that's one of the reasons why remember when Tiger Woods got in trouble?
Yeah.
Hot water a few years ago. Apparently, before then, the media followed him it was flies on stink with him. Like, they were all over him because they wanted to get some dirt on Tiger Woods because he's the nice guy and no one can get any dirt on Tiger Woods. But then they got more than dirt on him. They got a mudslide on him. Yeah. Other news, okay. Who's the really famous for anime?
Oh, Hayao Miyazaki.
Is he retiring from doing anime?
So he's the main animator and creator of Studio Ghibli. They did films such as Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. He's just amazing. Basically, can be maybe equivalent to Japan's Walt Disney.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree.
I'm kind of the go-to anime expert for our panel, but so he kind of goes in and out of retirement every 8 weeks. It's no
on
joke.
And off.
I think he's retired at least 4 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and
but basically anymore it's he's retiring. It's is he though?
Right.
He never really kind of just stops. So, but he is great. He's great.
Spirited Away is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
My mom made me watch that movie as a kid.
It's a good movie.
We rented it, and I remember we rented it from Family Video. We rented the VHS. Maybe it was even Blockbuster before Blockbuster died. Whatever. But
Tragic.
we rented it
Rip
from
Blockbuster.
VHS. Yeah, we rented that movie 5 or 6 times. But I remember a specific moment. We rented the movie, watched it a bunch of times, started watching it again. Then we took it out because we had to return it.
Yeah.
Then a week later, we rented it again, put it in the VCR, and it started playing at the exact moment from when we returned it. And so my brother's like, dude, no one rented this movie since we last rented it because it's literally still where we... That just goes to show how maybe that's why Blockbuster went out of business, because the workers don't rewind the videos.
So yeah.
Be kind, please rewind.
Speaking of kind of just Japanese anime films.
Yeah.
Basically the one that is kind of the second largest... So, largest gross for a domestic film in Japan, right behind Spirited Away. It's a movie called Your Name.
I was just going to ask you, is it Your Name?
Yeah. Yes, I just got it on Blu-ray, so if you guys want to watch it.
I remember you telling me about that.
It is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I really need to see that.
It's about this guy and this girl. The guy lives in the city, girl lives out in the country. And so they're kind of living their lives, and then they wake up one day, and it's they wake up in each other's bodies. So he's in her body, she's in his, and they're leaving messages and notes for each other, how to act like each other, and building this relationship between, because they don't know where the other person really is, or how that this is happening.
Right.
It is amazing. I cried.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
It's really good. It's right.
Your Name.
Next door.
It's right next door.
If you guys want to watch it, I swear.
Well, we'll have a night of it.
Yeah. Oh.
Anything else as far as movie news goes? Not really a whole lot. We got Star Wars coming out next month.
Yeah.
Did you see the Star Wars movies, the new ones?
I did not. No.
Really?
Oh my God.
Let's just get this out of the way. There are 99% of the movies you're going to talk to me about. I'm going to have to say no.
All right. Have you seen the original Star Wars movies?
I have not. No.
We can make an event of it. We can film it, have you watch...
Get an education.
You'll find out.
Come on.
We're going to get a recorded reaction of you finding out that Darth Vader is Luke's father. And it's going to blow
Darth
you
Vader.
away. Yeah, when my linguistics teacher taught me that in college. Like, Vader means father, and so he's like, I remember he walked into the theater knowing that Vader was Luke's father because it literally says Dark Father.
Yeah, that's
Mein Vater.
Mein Vater? No, that's impossible.
Nine is impossible.
Oh gosh, I
was wrong. Your Name is the number one.
Ahead of Spirited Away.
Yes. Wow. So, Spirited Away worldwide gross was $289,096,554.
Okay.
Your Name was $355,298,270.
substantial lead. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
I really need to see that. Anything else? I think The Last Jedi is going to be a little better than The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because I think that The Force Awakens was just kind of to refamiliarize everyone with the Star Wars universe. That's why it was very similar to
a little more
A New Hope.
Informational. And
right.
Get you back engrossed in it.
And so now they're going to do their own new thing. I thought, what was it called? Rogue One was amazing. And Alex said that was the first Star Wars movie where it was actually a war.
Yeah, in a series of movies where war is in the title, this was the first one that actually felt like it was a war.
Yeah.
Really?
And it was great.
Like an actual battle. It was intense, and it was great. My brother thinks that it's giving Empire Strikes Back a run for its money. Was Rogue One. I don't really know how I feel about that, but
I can see that. I definitely see that. I think one of the things is people see Empire Strikes Back is like one of the best films ever, and like they'll describe things as like, oh, it's the Empire Strikes Back of, like, they'll use it as an example. Right. So I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I think maybe we're kind of biased to thinking maybe it is better just because
it's older and classic and
older classic. It's been referenced in such ways,
but maybe that rule's starting to no longer be applicable because I've heard that the new Blade Runner movie is way better than the old one.
I've heard a lot of good things about about the new Blade Runner.
Are there any other like remakes or sequels that are just better than the old one? What's that Western with Jeff Bridges? True Grit.
True Grit.
I heard that the new True Grit was a lot better than the old one.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Ocean's 11 better than the original.
Yeah.
Do you guys know?
I forgot there was an original.
Yeah, there was. It was back in the '60s, I believe. It was the Rat Pack. So it was like Frank Sinatra.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's funny. I really enjoyed the Ocean's movies. I thought they were good. I watched the Ocean's movies.
Okay.
Those are my favorite movies.
I watched them.
Crime movies and heist movies especially are really fun.
True.
I think that the new Great Gatsby is better than the old one. Not that the new Great Gatsby is a good movie. I think the Great Gatsby is one of the most overrated novels ever.
Yeah, I wasn't too enthralled with it when I read it. Did
you have to read it for school?
Yeah, I did, but didn't really catch me.
Boring. It's the language is good, like the way it's written is really good, but it's about the most boring people in the world, and it's so boring. The Great Gatsby is a very boring book. Leave a comment.
We'll talk.
Speaking of, while we're on the subject, where can people leave comments now?
Oh, yes, you can either leave comments, and if you're watching this on YouTube, in the comment section below, or you could email us comments or questions or anything like that to camppyre@gmail.com, or you can go to camppyre.com, and there's a comment section
the website
there. Yep, you can basically fill out a little form and shoot us your question. Also, follow us Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll try to talk back.
We love your feedback, criticism, whatnot. If you don't agree with what we say, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
But that's
we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah. That's Camp Pyre, CAMPPYRE.
You said PP.
I did.
That's our stupid running joke.
If you guys have any discussion topics you'd like us to go over or review, anything of that sort you want to see us talk about, discuss it.
Any movies you want us to see.
We'll talk about it with you.
The Thing. The 1980 Thing is better because The Thing was based off a 1950s film, which is based off the short story Who Goes There. But I thought the 80s one was better than the 50s one. There are quite a few new movies where the new one is just better than the older one. Jaws 4, better than Jaws 1. Being sarcastic.
I know you are. Just like an awkward silence.
I was gonna be like, yeah. I was gonna be like, yeah, of course. Like, just kind of joke around with you. Gonna do that, or like,
Really?
I was
Are
like,
you sure?
Like, are you sure?
You know what was better than the first one? Thor Ragnarok was better than the first Thor.
That was, yes. I thought you were going to say Thor Ragnarok is better than Jaws.
No.
Again, but that comes back to the thing I said earlier. We're looking at it with nostalgia. It's still a good example.
True, I guess, yeah. I don't know. The thing is, like, Jaws was very new at the time.
Yeah.
Whereas Thor, we've already seen him, like, 6 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
with the superhero thing, we get it. But, well, since we're on it, what did
Thor.
you think of Thor?
I really
Thor.
I really, really enjoyed it. One of the better Marvel movies.
I think this is the best Thor one out of the 3.
Oh, God, no question about
Yeah.
that.
So basically, Sam, this new Thor movie, Thor's home, of Alderaan, whatever.
Did you say Alderaan?
No.
You just said
No.
Alderaan.
No.
We are recording this, so we can go back. It's Asgard.
I
You're
know.
Swedish!
I can feel myself turning red. Basically, Thor's home gets destroyed, and he goes
Just for
to
the clarification, I think I knew that. But
okay,
continue.
whatever. Well, Thor has to basically fight in this gladiator fight,
Right.
and go back and save his family because
Right.
his sister's ruining everything. His sister broke his hammer, which
She is Hela, the god of death.
yeah. Well, for one thing, you don't throw your hammers at your sister. Like stuff.
He was upset. He was upset.
Bad
He was
things
upset.
happen.
I can speak from experience that
Well, you don't throw your hammer at your sister.
know that it usually works.
it usually works.
Well, usually you do get your way at that.
Well, I guess in his experience, though, that's how he fights.
Yeah.
He didn't know that she's going to just grab it and then destroy it.
Right.
And that's not spoiling anything, because that's the trailers.
How
Yeah.
did that?
Oh, we
How
did
did that
not
come
give a
about?
spoiler alert. Yeah. Spoiler alert for the next what?
Until we say
15
so?
minutes?
No.
Yeah, until we say so.
Let's keep it spoiler
An open tab spoiler alert.
Like, we'll do like a warning if it to be
Right,
spoilerish,
okay.
but I don't want to spoil Sam, because...
Yeah.
No, you're
right.
good.
But
just to clarify as well, I've never seen these movies. I don't know basically anything about the whole.
did you
superhero
see any of the Avengers at all? Like any?
I saw the first one. I never saw Age of Ultron. I think
Meh.
I've seen the Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
So I can-
That might be the extent of my superhero knowledge.
I'll bring up all the
But-
movies in the MCU. And when I say
Alright.
we're talking Marvel movies, we're specifically talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the ones that
Right,
are all in the
right.
shared universe. We're not talking about Deadpool or X-Men or Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I
Right.
never.
But
The reason why we like this new Thor movie so much is because it wasn't superheroes trying to save the day, saving humanity for the cajillionth time. It's cool to see superheroes have their own problems they have to deal with, and so seeing Thor have to, save himself and his family,
Yeah.
and really the only humans that were in it was like the brief scene on Earth, and they had to take a selfie or something.
yeah, there's that,
Yeah.
and then Doctor Strange, which is a good scene. The whole
Right.
bit with him.
Yeah. Would you consider him a human?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
That sounded
I don't
really
know.
hesitant.
When-
That
when-
sounded really
no,
hesitant.
that wasn't hesitant. That was like yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay.
whenever people with I don't know. When I say humans, I guess people without powers. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Tony Stark is a human.
Yeah.
Hawkeye is
Okay.
a human.
Right.
Black
Yeah.
Widow's a human.
Okay, I get it.
Captain
I'm wrong.
America is a human. No,
Yeah,
just keep
he's
rubbing it
he's
in.
a super soldier. He's
he's still human though.
like the.
But he's a
like-
human
like
with
Ar-
superhuman attributes.
He's like Aragon
How-
in Lord of the Rings. He's a superhuman.
yeah, because they put him in that thing and they blast him with gamma radiation.
Yeah, I'm one of those comic book guys
With
who only
deleted scene
knows
in
like
Two Towers.
half of what he's talking about.
I know you are.
Oh gosh, the only comic I own is Kick-Ass 3.
Really? I have. I found it when I was at Tiki once with my sister and my brother-in-law. God, who was it? It had Deadpool in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's an older one. I'll take it. And it was I got it for 60 cents. It was the second ever appearance of Deadpool in a comic.
Yeah.
I
Really?
was like, cool. If this is the first one, I'd be rich right now. But
Was there anything you didn't like about Thor?
sometimes the comedy got a little too
Yeah.
much. There's one thing that is more toilet humor than the rest of the.
Right.
Yeah.
Our friend Sam fell asleep during it. He and I asked him, "Did you see the midnight premiere or something?" He goes like, "No, I saw a matinee." And he fell
He
he
fell
fell
asleep.
asleep.
Really?
He said,
Okay.
"I'm done watching superhero movies." But no, I thought the funny was I enjoyed the humor
Yeah,
for the most
I really
part.
enjoyed it.
But there was one part especially that. Okay, that's just too toilet humor, too ridiculous. Because I saw that part, and I thought back to the first movie where Loki's destroying the town, and then Thor's approaching him on the street, and he's like being very heartfelt, saying, "Brother, whatever I've done that pushed you to do this, I'm sorry." But and that's a very, very serious, dramatic moment,
right?
And I'm thinking, and that moment that what they just did in Thor, that's in the same universe as that. Like I can't. It's like I almost can't take this seriously anymore, it's because of how toilet humor. But I'm just hoping that the newer ones coming out will
follow suit, because we've been on a good track this year.
Right.
I mean, Guardians 2 wasn't as good as Guardians 1.
No.
But Spider-Man was amazing.
I still haven't seen Homecoming, but I heard that this is the best Peter Parker.
Yes, it's basically
Really.
This is the first time that it's like it wasn't Spider-Man. He was the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He was Spidey. Like every other one, it was more like
that's a different take on it.
I
imagine I would like that.
It was great. Yeah,
that's
Tobey.
Cool.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire. He'll always have a place in our hearts.
Really,
a very small one.
Really?
Kind of brush under the rug.
He can't have.
I'm sorry.
He can't have that emo
but,
phase. Emo Tobey Maguire's not coming in.
The third movie was just.
Yeah, and I was talking to my buddy, and I said, "Yeah, so did Sam Raimi not have anything to do with the third one? Like, why was it so bad?" And my buddy just goes, "No, Sam Raimi just lost it. He just went off the deep end, man."
Actually, what happened was the studio told him that he had to do. Like, he didn't want to do Venom.
No, he just wanted to do Sandman.
I don't think he really had much say when it came to the actual what was happening in the movie, and so they just kind of told him, "Oh, you're gonna do this," so he just didn't care. So,
did you see those movies?
Are you talking the old one or new ones?
The old ones. Old ones.
I think I did. It's been quite some time, so I don't really remember specifics or anything like that. But
one of my favorite things from that is this scene where it's like Green Goblin attacks the parade, and then he saves Mary Jane, and they're swinging away. She's holding on to him. It's a shot of her "Oh wow, this is amazing." But if you watch that scene again, it's so clear that the Spider-Man that she's hanging on to, is just a mannequin.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll find it, but it's just.
The Spider-Man 3 was actually, that was the highest grossing Spider-Man out of those three movies, was Spider-Man 3. But I was on this list. I was kind of curious, I wonder what is the best Marvel movie, and it's Spider-Man 2. With
are we talking?
Is it really?
Doc Ock.
Are we talking again current MCU or just overall?
Overall.
So if we're doing overall Marvel movies, I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna say Logan.
And that's what I said. I thought Logan was the best Marvel movie.
Oh,
Logan,
this is just a thing that you read online.
This is the thing I learned online. Oh, I think Logan was better too.
Oh God, yeah.
Logan?
Nope. Yeah, it's all right, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh, I remember thinking that same thing. Yeah.
So rigid in
Just look up Spider-Man mannequin and you'll.
Yeah, and you'll see. But no, Spider-Man 2 apparently is the greatest Marvel movie, and it was a really good sequel too. But
it was a really good movie.
Logan was amazing.
Especially
black and white.
Oh, there's a black and white version.
That's the way that the director wanted to do it.
Right, I should watch that version.
I can't remember what it's called. It's called Logan, and then there's another word after it. But I have it. You can borrow it.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty dandy, and it was intense too. It was bloody and gory and sweary, and there were actually really stakes, actual real stakes and dangers.
And real estates.
Real estates. No, Logan was great. But so Thor, Ragnarok, scale from 1 to 10.
I'm gonna go a solid 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys' opinion for it.
One of the things I did enjoy about it a lot was 80% of the script was improv.
It's always cool when actors can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Which is good because it shows that
they
they have established their characters and they're good at playing their
right,
characters.
and they can.
And then when you do see it, I'm just gonna say you're gonna fall in love with Korg.
Oh really?
Korg, you know Korg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you not fall in love with him?
I liked him.
Yeah.
The little yeah.
I don't know who Korg is. But
hey
I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye.
A
little piece fell off.
There's another one. The revolution has begun.
And I feel like that Chris Hemsworth is one of those actors who's very diverse, and he can do superhero, he can do comedy. He can do drama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you ever see Heart of the Ocean or whatever? That's that Moby Dick movie that came out a few summers ago.
No.
I thought he was really good in that. Like, yeah, he's a good actor.
Well established.
He's funny, and he's Australian. He's got a lot. He's got a lot going for him.
Yeah. Well, we should take a quick break so I can restart the camera.
Okie dokie, schmokies.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right. Welcome back. So we were talking about Thor and Logan and why we liked Logan because it was very dramatic and serious, and why the new Thor movie was good because we got to see what the superhero, like their own kind of personal problems they had to deal with instead of just having to save those pesky humans. What? I don't know.
Dealing with more Thor things this time around.
What's the next Marvel movie coming out? Is it Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Okay. And then is it
Infinity War.
Okay. You gonna see any of those?
I need to. Infinity War is in
The Avengers.
Okay, Avengers film, right? I think I've only seen the first, so I need to catch up on my Avenger.
We have
world
time to catch you up.
and-
Yeah.
We'll make you watch all 17 movies.
Oh, great. Yeah, definitely have time for that.
Well, we can skip a few.
No, we're gonna make them watch all 17.
I haven't even seen all 17. I haven't seen Iron Man 3 or the Hulk or Ant-Man.
Iron Man 3.
We're gonna watch all 17.
Sure, all right, listen, we'll do it. Yeah, and have you noticed that the Hulk is the only one not getting any sequels?
Yes, actually, I have.
One,
Actually, after watching The Avengers, I think, in theaters, whenever that came out. When was that? When did that come out?
That was 2012.
yeah.
Well, right. I remember thinking, like, it would be really cool to see more Hulk movies and see his little character development, all that other fun stuff, but has not happened yet, so...
I don't think a standalone Hulk movie will work.
It did
Why is
once. Well, that only got like a 6 point something on IMDb.
Which one are you talking about?
The one with Edward Norton.
Okay, that one.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's been okay.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen the 2003
With
one. With Sam Elliott.
and Ang Lee was the
Yeah, Ang Lee. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So is his introduction kind of back into the series, and his little feature cameo thing is through Thor Ragnarok then?
Well, I mean, like he was in. He had his own standalone movie first. It was played by a completely different actor. It wasn't Mark
Right.
Ruffalo.
Edward Norton. Yeah.
And then they just replaced him with Mark Ruffalo for Avengers.
Okay.
And
Because I think that Edward Norton wanted more money or something like that,
I don't
or
know. I like Mark Ruffalo better.
yeah.
And then then he was in Age of Ultron, and then he was in Ragnarok.
So in hindsight, maybe Ed should have just taken the part because Mark got 4 or 5 more movies
Right.
out of it.
Right.
And how much more money? Robert Downey Jr. was paid like $50 million for the Avengers, and I think he said like he refused to keep playing Iron Man unless his coworkers got
Yeah.
a decent amount as well.
Got
Like,
the
Really?
Yeah.
he demanded
Wow,
the all
that's cool.
equal pay.
mhm.
That's awesome.
So I'm not sure if they paid everyone 50 mil or if they dropped his
Dropped
salary
his
down
a little bit and raised the others, but
I remember another actor who refused to do a movie because he wanted more money was Will Smith for the new Independence Day movie. The 20-year later one, he wanted like $100 million to do it, and the studio said, no. Okay, so
it's a tall price.
do you guys think Marvel is better than DC?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Movie wise, yeah.
yeah, but maybe
Comic wise,
in
yeah.
TV shows. What about TV shows?
They're kind of all terrible TV show wise,
Really?
in my opinion.
I loved like the old Batman and Superman DC cartoons. Like,
Okay, I thought you meant like the current.
Oh
state
no,
of
no,
it.
yeah.
But no, like the old stuff, definitely DC.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a question about the Marvel Universe. So not really just a hypothetical scenario.
Okay.
If all the Marvel superheroes went at it, who would come out on top?
Just one massive, just going to town,
one
slobber
big
knocker.
fight. Who's taking home the gold? Who's
So
bringing home the
basically
bacon?
all the people that we've seen so far.
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Doctor Strange.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme, the wielder of the Eye of Agamotto.
And I
Okay.
knew nothing. I didn't see the movie Doctor Strange. It is on Netflix. So
Really?
if
Okay.
it's ever But when I saw he had a brief little
Scenes.
yeah.
Yeah.
cameo is the word I'm looking for in Thor Ragnarok, and just the brief stuff he did in that scene was whoa. He could hold his own in a fight.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly just because like I was kind of going through all the different people individually.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could easily take on any of them, no problem. I mean, he made light work of Loki in
Right.
a few seconds. I mean, Loki was surprised.
Yeah.
Even like when Thor was in his building, like in his townhome.
Right.
He was still like everything he was doing caught him off guard because he was so quick and he's powerful. He's also wielding the time stone right now.
That's also true. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a nerd.
What?
I'm a nerd.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love how, okay, so we got the setup. We have a genius who knows everything.
No.
I know a couple things.
You know, you're really movie oriented, so you have a lot of extensive knowledge on really weirdly specific things.
But I don't really know all the details and backstories and origins of superheroes, especially. Like that's where
true.
I'm like I know nothing of Doctor Strange.
He was a neurosurgeon.
Ant-Man. I know nothing about Black Panther, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that one.
Oh yeah, he's
that
the
looks pretty
king
sweet.
of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Name is
He?
Yeah.
All right.
T'Challa.
And then to finish off the trifecta is the person who knows absolutely nothing about any of this.
But it's just nice to have you here.
Oh, thanks,
Pretty
man.
face.
Thanks, man.
Like I said.
I feel like you guys are talking is going to have to be explained as to someone who doesn't really know anything,
No,
which
that's
would help
good.
with
That's
viewership.
good,
anyway,
yeah, because
so-
people who don't know what we're talking
exactly.
about.
So
Do you have a favorite superhero?
no, the way I go about most things, if I don't know very much about a topic, I don't allow myself to take a strong opinion for it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a favorite opinion. I think personality-wise, I really like Tony Stark just because
Yeah.
I like his character, but I wouldn't say I have a favorite now.
I'm kind of off-put that you call me a genius because I completely dispute that claim. I'm an idiot.
With superhero stuff?
I mean,
Comics and anime?
You sure?
I just pay attention. I don't feel like I'm smart. I pay attention to things I
Yeah.
watch, and
You retain all these little nooks
and
and
I
cranny kind of things.
just kind of I remember like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be honest. There's times in my life where like I'll be talking to somebody, but like I'll talk about something that happened between us, but I won't give all the details I remember because I don't want to come off as creepy.
Okay.
Because like I'll make a specific.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in conversations, because I overheard a conversation, and then a couple weeks later, the person's telling me the same thing, and I have to act all surprised.
Yeah.
Even though I know exactly what they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. And like, because just stuff like that, like we were talking about, not too long ago about like Pacific Rim, and I remember a lot of specific details about that. I haven't seen that movie in 2 years.
Right. I guess I do remember specific details about
Yeah.
kind of movies. I got into an actual fight, in middle school about a movie, and it was
Wow.
It was
Started
Jurassic.
so young.
It was Jurassic Park because it's one of those stupid things where you just can't let go, which you should.
Right.
You just whatever. Let the person who's clearly wrong think he's right, whatever. But the problem is that everyone in that math class in 8th grade was wrong, and I was right.
you fought a math class.
No,
you fought your math
I
class.
just fought one kid in the math class,
Okay.
but everyone was like, Elliott, just shut up. Like, you're wrong. Just go home and watch it again. It was Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen the first Jurassic Park movie?
Have not. No, I have.
It's all right.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, well, anyways, at the very beginning of Jurassic Park: The Lost World, there's a very rich family on a beach and they have all their servants with them. They're having a nice little picnic, and the little girl kind of sneaks away, and she sees a little compy, which is a little tiny dinosaur.
Yeah.
And she tries to feed it her food that she has.
Okay.
And it is a roast beef sandwich. It is a roast beef sandwich. She says, try it. It's roast beef. It's good. Or she says, try it. It's good. It's roast beef. It is a roast beef sandwich.
Okay.
But no, everyone in my math class said it's a hot dog. Elliott. No.
Can we get a background check
It is
here,
no.
Alex?
That is a
I don't know.
that is a first class family. They are rich. They are wealthy. There's no way they're feeding their daughter punk, gross hot dog. It is a roast beef sandwich, probably grass fed roast beef sandwich.
Okay.
On $2,000 bread,
Right.
maybe some nice aged cheddar,
As rich people do.
and she fed that stupid dinosaur roast beef, not a freaking hot dog. And we ended that math class, and I changed nobody's mind. They're like, just go home and watch it again, was what they said. Google it is what they would have said these days. Just
Yeah.
go home and Google it, Elliott. Leave it if you know what I'm talking about. Leave a comment. It's a roast beef sandwich. Oh, man.
Watch it on your own time. Figure it out. Develop your own opinion.
You guys
Chances are you'll get in a fight with Elliott.
You guys
so.
have to relate to something like that where
Oh, yeah.
Something very so small and minuscule, but you just know you're right.
Yeah.
And maybe the other people know you're right too, and they're just trying to get under your skin. In which case, I'm sure. But this
got
isn't.
played.
But no, this was 8th grade. There's no way those kids are that smart to do that. It was a roast beef sandwich. I've completely let it go.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
Clearly.
I can tell.
Clearly.
It was a freaking roast beef
Yeah.
sandwich.
He moved on. Not salty about it anymore. We can tell. It really shows. I'm sure I've had an experience like that. I just can't really remember anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know I've probably had them too. I remember once I got no, it's not related to movies. I don't know. It was basically people in like grade school were like arguing with me that like, oh, I went to this field trip. I'm like, I know I didn't go to this field trip. I specifically remember I did not. Like I was sick. They're like, no, you were there. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
My favorite field trips as a kid was just, this is film camp and going to the IMAX theater.
Oh yeah.
I remember this one in first grade. The field trip, we're gonna go see Stuart Little.
Really?
And so
That's cool.
all my teachers like, yeah, we're gonna go see Stuart Little. And I was like, this is freaking. I'm like, why are we going? Why is Stuart Little gonna be a field trip? Like usually the field trip has something to do with like the curriculum or something we're learning or whatnot. Like I remember, in 5th grade we were learning about the Underground Railroad, and so we went to like Circa 21 or the Adler Theater, and we saw a play about Harriet Tubman and whatnot. So, but no, in 1st grade, my teachers sent home permission slips because we're going to go see Stuart Little.
That's awesome.
I was like, dude, we're going to go to the movie theater? Like, I hope we can get popcorn at the concession stand. And no. They took us to a little community playhouse, and we saw a play, Stuart Little.
Oh, no.
Which probably was a lot cooler, but back then as a kid, I was like, I want to see.
This isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Great, and I already saw the movie Stuart Little like in theaters like a week prior, but
I remember one time, couldn't tell you what grade it was. It was in elementary school for sure, but we had a day where on Earth Day we went to the IMAX and we got to watch this really cool, I don't know, maybe a documentary about it. I don't really remember too much about it, but it was a field trip where you brought a parent with you, and I was super excited because my dad and I were gonna watch this movie on Earth Day. It's gonna be great because we never really went to the IMAX. It wasn't something we just commonly did.
Yeah.
So it was super cool. I remember that. My dad fell asleep, and I remember just looking at the screen, talking about marine life. I think there's like a big old shark on there. I don't know. Whatever it was, I was super happy to be looking at it. I was like, Dad, that's cool.
and he's asleep.
He's asleep. And I didn't know what to do because I thought that was literally wrong and like that could get you in trouble. I don't know. I was a little kid, but
Really?
I thought he was going to get in trouble for being asleep at a movie theater, so I didn't really.
I've fallen asleep
Didn't
in
know what
movie
to do.
theaters before. I fell asleep at Man of Steel.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It was midnight showing. I fell asleep. And I almost fell asleep when we saw The Golden Circle, the new Kingsman movie.
Oh, I was thinking for
But
some
I-
reason you said that I was like, I thought of the Golden Compass.
Yeah,
That's what that was my first thought too.
have not seen the
After you
Golden
said
Compass.
Kingsman, I was like, oh
Yeah,
wait, I was,
have not
I
seen
was
The
way
Golden
off on that.
Compass.
Yeah.
Did you not like it? Was it not good?
I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I saw the first one. I thought,
Talking about Kingsman, not Golden Compass.
Oh.
yeah, we're on the Kingsman here.
The first one was a lot better.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the first one. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, first one was
It really
great.
enticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saw a thing. A really interesting thing about the first one is that all the actions specifically taking place in the middle of the screen because the director didn't want like the viewers to have to like move their eyes around a lot.
Really?
Yeah. So if you rewatch it,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess knowing about that would probably help.
I just had my buddy Mike text me. Mike, who
What does Mike have to say?
he? Oh. Okay, so I have his last name in here all wrong. It's Mike from camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He just texted me saying, enjoy the pod. He must have watched our first
Oh,
podcast.
hey.
He says, how about that? He goes, enjoy the podcast. However, Halloween Oreos are trash. I am offended. And trash is in all caps.
Oh.
First of all,
That's a strong opinion there, Mike.
Halloween Oreos, Mike, are the best Oreos. You can't even taste the difference, but it's just the orange cream filling. You know what? He probably likes the Oreo Thins or whatever. He probably thinks those are the best.
He probably, yeah.
He likes
develop
Oreo.
super
He likes
strong opinion
Oreo
on something.
crackers.
Can that be like our first like T-shirt? Mike likes Oreo.
Mike's
Thins.
like Oreo. It's happening.
You earned it, Mike.
You
earned it.
like the Halloween Oreos, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
How do you not like the Halloween
I think
Oreos?
those are the best ones.
I don't know. Have you had?
I don't even want to hear this. Why are you laughing?
There's a limeade. There's a limeade Oreo.
So really,
Yeah.
There's a what made
a
Oreo?
Limeade.
Limeade Oreo.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Sounds
I don't,
tragic,
I
actually.
don't agree
I'm not
with
sure I like
mixing
that.
fruit and chocolate like that, or fruit and sweet.
yeah,
You know,
So you don't
especially if it's like meant to be a cookie and.
what about like chocolate covered?
chocolate with strawberries is different, but like, or there's just certain things that I don't like. Like the fruit and mint is another thing. Like there was a Trident Layers came out with like a fruit mint
Oh,
gum,
yeah, I
which I
remember that.
thought
I remember
tasted
that.
like vomit. Having mint is
We
like
should-
it was like eating a minty orange. It was disgusting.
We should probably
Okay.
refocus back to.
Yeah, we should.
Thanks, Mike, for
yeah, thank you, Mike,
for
for your-
derailing us.
Hey, you know what that was? That was like our first live
Hey,
someone
that was our
talking
first-
to us. Yeah. Sure, it was a huge insult, but
Nonetheless, thanks, Mike. That was truly special.
going back to Thor Ragnarok, I thought Jeff Goldblum was absolutely hilarious. It's nice to see Jeff coming back, and I'm trying to think of a movie that Sam would have seen that he's in, and he's googling him right now.
I was hoping you noticed that, but
We've talked about so many movies.
Okay.
That
I
Jeff
was
Goldblum
just
is
about
in.
to say Jurassic Park is probably one of the most famous ones, but he hasn't seen it. Have you seen Independence Day?
I have not. No.
Okay.
Life.
Life
finds a way.
Must go faster. No,
You guys are
must.
such nerds. I don't
Must
know.
Go Faster?
Was that a reference to something?
Yeah, he
Okay.
says must go faster in almost every single movie he's in, except for Thor.
that we know of.
That we
I
maybe
wasn't
yeah.
paying attention to that.
No.
But you don't.
I recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 6'4".
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tall. He's lanky.
He's a self-made actor. His first movie credit was he played like a goon in one of those Death Wish movies. Death Wish 3
Yeah.
or 4. Speaking of Death Wish,
Kind of looks like a goon.
that's
to
one
be
of those
honest.
movies that I'm actually excited to come out. Death Wish, I can't really compare it. It's like one of those. It's kind of like Die Hard, or that's not at all. Basically, a father, his family is killed by gangsters, so he takes it upon himself to clean the streets of, But
Gotcha.
Eli Roth is so Cabin Fever, Hostel, those
Okay.
horror movies.
Yeah.
He's directing the new Death Wish movie, starring Bruce Willis. And it's pretty cool. They're filming it in Chicago. And back when I used to live in Chicago, I used to work at the City Winery on the Riverwalk. And we had like a kind of a little pre-meeting before our shift. And
Right.
my manager's reading over the notes saying, yeah, so on Friday we got to close early because Eli Roth and Bruce Willis are coming down to film Death Wish. And I laughed because I thought he was joking. And everyone else was like, oh, man, I'm going to lose those hours and whatnot. What, are you guys serious? Like Eli Roth is
freaking
going to be...
out.
He's like, oh, can I still come? I want to watch. Death Wish, when is that supposed to come out? Pretty soon, actually. I typed in Death Wish and Happy Death Day popped up. March 2nd, 2018. All right, so March.
That's
so
close to a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good day coming around there. The 7th specifically. It's my birthday.
We know. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I was about to say that, but you interrupted me. So.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I
Yep.
cut you off there.
I was on top of that.
Did,
Right
did
on
you
top of
guys see the previews to Happy Death Day?
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's the one where the girl keeps reliving her,
that. Oh
her
yeah.
birthday.
Okay. Yes. I know what you're talking about now.
I'm pretty sick and tired of the time loop thing.
Really.
Oh, it's been done. Like, maybe my buddy said that that it was good. He's glad he didn't see it in theaters, but it wasn't as bad as he thought it would be. So maybe someone saw it and thought, hey, we can turn that into a horror movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like us. Maybe someone saw the
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like
I see what you mean.
Someone saw the Hunger Games, then made Cabin in the Woods. We can turn Hunger Games into a horror movie. So maybe if that's what they're going for,
Cabin in
maybe.
the Woods is great.
I loved Cabin in the
Yeah.
Woods. And people who aren't film buffs.
I'm just gonna speak for Sam.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
That's a great movie.
People who
Good one, Alex. Good one.
people who aren't like big movie buffs thought it was really dumb,
Yeah.
and I said that they're dumb,
Yeah.
and I think that I
'em.
was heard
Got 'em.
that day. Yeah,
Got 'em.
no, but and
Yeah.
so because the time repeat movies, you got Groundhog's Day, which is a comedy.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
Source Code, which is kind of an action thriller.
Yeah.
You have Edge of Tomorrow, same thing, action.
Edge of Tomorrow is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there
seen
any
that one.
others that I'm missing?
Um,
Edge of Tomorrow was with Tom Cruise.
the one
That-
where it's like he's in the
Oh,
Alien.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one.
He lived the same day over and over, and you just kind
Man,
of.
when did that come out?
That came out in
20
2015.
15, I
I
think.
feel like it feels longer than that. It feels like it was
been a long
further
year.
back.
I kind of keep track by time based on movies that come out. So 2015 is Mad Max.
Yeah.
Is Mad Max
Fury
era?
Road, baby.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
20.
there's a
Fury
version that I
Road.
want to watch, like, because Mad Max is amazing for one thing, the colors.
Oh yeah.
But there's a version they released. I think it was called the black and chrome version. So it's like we talked about Logan earlier.
No way.
It's just a black and white version.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. 2014 was Guardians of the Galaxy and John Wick.
Yep. Oh, John Wick.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember what 2013 was.
2013. I kind of the way that you do that. I use Marvel movies.
Oh, okay.
So 2013, that would have been
Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World, and give me a second. Just calm down. Jeez.
Is it-
Winter Soldier? No, Winter
Yeah.
Soldier was 24.
Was it?
No, Winter Soldier was 2013.
We have IMDb right in
Wait,
front
no,
of us.
don't quote me. I forgot. Because let me go.
Yeah,
through the
Winter
order.
Soldier is 2014.
So 2013 would have been. Don't tell me. It was after Avengers was Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World.
Okay. Haven't seen Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yeah. Iron Man 3 came out in May of 2014, or was it April? Around that time. It was kind of weird because it took place. The events took place around Christmas, which is kind of weird because
Right.
it's like Jurassic World. It came out in the summer, but the events took place around Christmas.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Again, I remember specific details that don't matter.
Yeah. Now that you mention that, I think that I remember that part. I don't think I remember a whole lot about Iron Man 3, but I think my impression from it was that it was a serious conclusion, kind of,
Yeah.
in the children kind of sense, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it still provoked more. You want to know more. You're still curious about it.
They kind of messed up one of my favorite storylines for Iron Man, which was the Extremis storyline.
Oh yeah.
The way that it actually ends is so it is a thing to kind of genetically change somebody that can
Right.
have powers, and they kind of use it in the end to kind of take the thing out of his chest, the arc reactor.
Mm.
The way that it happens in the comics is that he kind of gains superpowers, in that he can control basically technology with his mind. So he's
Huh.
able to use his suit better because he's more linked up to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
so
cool.
there's no. That's actually that's
Yeah.
that's really cool. I like that.
But they didn't. Yeah, they
It's-
didn't do that.
It's so weird to think that the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man are going to be 10 years old next year.
Yep.
10 years old.
I realized something today because I was cleaning out my closet because
Yeah.
I need to get rid of stuff. Found various swords I've bought over the years.
Swords?
Yeah, swords.
Oh, okay.
I
Casual.
found-
It's casual. I just keep swords in
Let's
my
see here,
closet.
'cause
Yeah,
I have-
I lose them in my closet.
Thousands.
Let's see. How many did I find today? I found
He's got to count.
yeah, I
I
found
feel like you might have too many swords just stowed away in your closet
it's-
if you have to think about how many swords
Because
did I find in my closet today.
I got a medieval short or long sword. I got a short sword, kind of between a short sword and a dagger. I have I got pirate sword, and I got a ninja sword. So I got
Oh,
4.
yeah.
I got 4 that are real.
Where do these come from? Are you buying them online or just?
Yes, I bought them online, and the one I was talking about though, because I was when I was in 7th grade, we did we did a play. It was the Somewhat True Tale of Robin Hood. I was Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Not long after that, my family and we went to Shields in Iowa City, great sporting goods store.
True.
And they
Been
had
there.
swords there, and one of them, it was a sword, and it said Robin of Locksley, and I was like, I just played Robin.
Yeah.
My parents like, we'll get that for you. I'm like, cool.
We'll get you a
Really?
sword.
That's
Yeah.
You've
why was
earned
Shields-
it.
Why was Shield selling swords?
I don't know.
Seems a bit unsports related.
Have you not seen German longsword fighting?
I can't say that I have.
Look it
That
up.
sounds-
It is
that
a sport that
sounds-
needs to be more popular.
Well, you're talking about swords. This is reminding me of weapons. What is... I've always had this question. What is more powerful? Is it Captain America's shield or Wolverine's claws?
Well... Okay, gonna get real nerd here.
Go
So,
ahead.
Yes.
I forget
Please,
which metal
please.
each is made out of.
they're kind of the same metal. So, Captain America's shield is made of vibranium.
Okay.
And then Wolverine, his bones and everything are coated in
Right.
adamantium,
Right.
which is kind of vibranium, kind of watered down. I think it's kind of mixed with other alloys, so it could be harder. But I think the pure vibranium is.
I think Sam came to the conclusion that if Wolverine was just if it was just a slash, the shield, but if it was a straight up punch, like a jab, maybe the claws would have a better chance of penetrating it. I don't
Right.
know.
Okay. I can see that.
I mean, that's just basic physics.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the unstoppable force meets the unmovable object. Yeah.
And I'm looking up adamantium and.
Yeah. Sam, do you have a favorite director?
No, actually,
director?
I've never really let a director of a movie influence
Whether or not you see the movie.
Right. So I've never really taken time to kind of acknowledge which directors direct kind of movies, whether I like that or not, whether I have favorites, anything like that. Can't say I've ever been into that.
I don't think I've ever. Well, I've seen a movie because his new movie's come out. Let's go see it. Like Tarantino and Martin Scorsese and even Spielberg. I'll
just
still
because
see.
those people directed those movies.
But I think the one move, the tipping point that caused me to go see a movie because of who was directing it was Baby Driver. Did you ever see Baby Driver?
Phenomenal
So
movie.
good. It's like Fast and Furious if they
Phenomenal
actually
movie.
tried.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I was like, that looks pretty cool. I'm wondering if I should see it. I'm not sure if it's just going to be one of those.
amazing.
I did see it. I thought it was really good, but Edgar Wright is the director of it, and he directed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You never seen Shaun of the Dead?
Nope.
Oh,
So
alright.
just to give some clarification of the adamantium versus vibranium.
Here we go.
So adamantium cannot cut through the shield because the shield is made of the original metal that was reverse engineered to create adamantium alloyed with vibranium to produce a metal that is stronger than true adamantium.
So in other words, the Shield would win.
Yes.
That
Plot
sucks.
twist.
Yeah.
If I could have one, I'd still go for the claws.
Really?
Yeah.
They'd be so much more useful.
Because what are the odds I'm
And
going to run
practical
into with
too, I
someone
think.
who chose to have the Shield?
Well, every time you use them, it rips through your skin.
I just and then all right,
Deal with it.
do that.
Deal with
And then when they go back in, it's worse when they go back in.
And like that would be so painful because like if you hit something hard, like that doesn't cut through right away.
Any sort of like movement.
it's gonna be like
day to day.
it's gonna.
Well, according to X-Men Origins Wolverine, he cut through a bathroom sink like it was butter. So I don't think it's
Porcelain.
gonna.
Yeah, because
Really?
porcelain is the strongest substance on Earth.
Well, I'm not gonna be dangerous and go around just clanging my claws around like, like. Well, maybe for a little bit, but not like.
not for long.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't do that.
Well, we need to take another quick break.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon
Yeah.
anyway. All right, so we're just about to wrap it up, but do you guys have any more closing thoughts on Thor or Marvel or movies in general? We were talking about directors and Edgar Wright.
Yeah, right.
I'm worried for superhero movies in general that they're going to end soon.
I was actually just about to say something like that. So, I can't say that I'm fully immersed in like a part of this and intrigued. I am intrigued by it. I will say that. But
Sure.
I'm just not there, like into it yet. I think they've been going hard for quite some time, and kind of seems like that sometimes sooner or later they may be running out of content or running out of new characters introduced, make new series off of, that kind of thing.
I think they will run out eventually, but not for a long time because I think there's going to be spin-offs.
Yeah.
And
And they're going
I
to
guess
keep
that's
making
true. I
money.
hadn't thought of
I'm
that.
still, as long as they keep making money. That's why Michael Bay keeps making movies.
Yeah, they're all successful.
And someone asked
True.
him, "Why do you someone said, "Hey, Michael Bay, do you have a respond to all the criticism you receive, like, or a response to it? Like, how do you feel? What would you say to those people?" And Michael Bay just says, "I make movies for 14-year-old boys. Is that such a crime?
I respect that.
And is it?
Actually,
No.
yeah.
I respect
That's-
that.
That is 100%
He's a
why
man-
I enjoy the Transformers movies.
He knows his target audience, and he makes movies
And
for.
he appeals to it.
I was a tutor, a writing tutor in college, and that was the first thing I told the students. He's like, "You got to know your audience as you're
Yeah.
writing this paper." And he knows his audience, and I gotta say, when I first saw Transformers, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was.
I think I was, 14 years old?
whoa, yeah."
Oh, this is crazy.
All the military equipment they had was just brand new.
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh."
They got cars, they got explosions,
I
they got
mean,
Megan Fox. They got all of it.
There's a scene where they're flying like some sort of like MC-130 or some sort of giant attack, but it's one of those things where there's no windshield. They strictly use radar and stuff to fly, and I was like, "How would they fly? Oh, wow, jeez."
Oh my gosh.
Man, but yeah, I don't know. They're always gonna have spin-offs. I'm still waiting for Robin still needs his movie.
Yeah.
There's still, Aquaman is still.
Yeah, Aquaman's movie's coming out.
I
I like Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Do we have a release date on that? Is that?
I think it's next year.
Is it? Yeah.
Cool.
I'm still waiting for Kick-Ass 3.
Yeah. Kick-Ass 2 is kind of disappointing compared to
the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like if you compare the original Kick-Ass to the original Kick-Ass comic.
I've been wanting to save this because I feel like we're gonna have a whole film camp discussion about Nicolas Cage, but I think he was great in Kick-Ass.
Best roles he's ever done was that.
Was Nicolas Cage a Kick-Ass? Really?
Have you seen it?
I saw it forever ago.
He played
so
He played Big Daddy.
Yeah.
The kind of the Batman lookalike superhero.
The one that,
That's Nicolas.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's Nicolas
I remember
Cage.
that now.
Yeah.
one of the coolest scenes.
Gosh,
I thought he was amazing in that.
When Hit Girl comes to like save him.
I cried.
That was great.
I think that's the most watched clip I have in my YouTube history is that scene. Is just Hit Girl doing that. He better be making, because the same directors did the Kingsman movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he was taking a break from Kick-Ass to do 2 Kingsman movies apparently, but hopefully
Brief hiatus. We'll come back.
Kick-Ass. Oh god,
Would be nice.
I typed in Kick-Ass and the 3 ninjas come. You guys remember the 3 ninjas?
Mm-mm.
You probably wouldn't. The 3 ninjas. Wow.
I have no idea.
How
what this is about.
nostalgic. That's like, it's like one of those, you know the movie Homeward Bound?
Yeah.
It's like that, but with ninjas. That's how old That's how old the 90s it is.
Oh.
It's like
Look at the. Oh no.
yeah, that's
Oh no.
the 3 ninjas.
That's like some kid who just got an iPhone, like took a picture, was playing with the filters, and goes, "Oh, this is sick."
We need to do an episode about like early 90s
Oh yeah.
like family comedies, because one of the best family comedies out there, Major Payne.
I love Major Payne.
Have you seen Major Payne?
No.
Boy, you were going.
I didn't see Major Payne until I was a senior in
me to
high
watch
school.
It's so good.
But Mrs. Doubtfire is also up there as well. Oh man.
Down Periscope is up there also.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
It's Kelsey Grammer. He's
Okay. Yeah.
he has like a submarine, and like basically doing kind of like a war game, like a simulation thing.
Right.
And he's given like this like ragtag like crew, and he's like has to prove his worth, or he's gonna be kicked out of the military, because he's just basically using it to like coast by, Navy, and it's just great.
Yeah.
Boo.
For those of you who are as concerned about Kick-Ass as I am, Matthew Vaughn is the director, and on IMDb it shows him. He was a producer for Fantastic Four, so basically he's got Kingsman 3 and I Am Pilgrim.
Just saw some bad news, guys.
What?
The Dooku is probably not gonna take off. The Dark Universe cinematic universe.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's the
Dooku.
the shared universe with like the Mummy and Frankenstein that they're trying to build.
You mean
Why
the
is
Tom Cruise Mummy movie didn't
Yeah.
excite enough people to turn it into a franchise?
No.
He hates that movie passionately.
That movie was
Justifiably so.
Okay, that movie was bad, but I will see that movie. Oh, I will see that movie once a day, every day, as long as I never have to see Baywatch ever again.
Terrible movie.
Baywatch
I watched that.
was
and
one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I saw it with some younger people from camp. Like, oh, I liked it. That was kind of funny. And
You just kinda like-
Zac Efron's character. We'll end this on a rant. Zac Efron's. I can't believe I'm saying this. Zac Efron's character was the only one who made sense in that movie.
I would agree with that, actually.
Because he. Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
You didn't see it with me.
I did. No.
I think I'm sure I talked to you about this, but the lifeguards in Baywatch are never on the beach. They're
Ever.
always running around the city, going to nightclubs and going to morgues and doing a bunch of illegal crap. Who's watching the beach? Who's watching? There
were other teams. So the people featured in the movie, the main
Yeah.
characters were Team 1, but there were other teams, but they were only
Right.
mentioned once in
Right.
like one scene. And
But then there are like 3 moments in the movie where Zac Efron's like, "All right, guys, we're lifeguards. Like, we're breaking into morgues and looking at dead bodies. Like, this is a job for police. We need to stop doing police work and start doing lifeguard work."
Right.
And Dwayne the Rock Johnson, the way he justifies it is, "Oh no, because if we call the police, that takes time, and during that time, people die." So and so I was like, oh
awful
man.
It's
justification.
kind of disappointing because I love The Rock.
I love The Rock too. This is
Yeah.
nothing against The Rock. This
No.
is just bashing his character.
Yeah.
This is the movie.
I'm not gonna blame The Rock for what was written for him.
Right. You can't do that. Sometimes it's just bad writing, and I didn't think the movie was that funny. I think The Rock and I think Zac Efron can both be funny. I think Neighbors was hilarious. And what was The Rock in that I thought was funny? He was in some comedy that I thought was... he's a funny dude. He
can pull it off.
He was in... I know he was in Central Intelligence.
Yeah.
He was
he was in that Get Smart movie.
Yeah. That was before like our current state of Rock.
But yeah, he can be funny. He's a good guy. But maybe it was just the writers. And then at the very end, when Pamela Anderson came out, she didn't say anything. It was a cameo that led nowhere. Hopefully they don't come out. At the very end of Baywatch, Pamela Anderson. Do you know who Pamela Anderson is?
No.
So Baywatch is an old 80s,
yeah. Okay, I know
so
you're talking about because they...
Yeah.
Didn't they talk about when he was on Baywatch or something? Do I remember this incorrectly? Didn't they talk about when he was on Baywatch and they made some reference to there being a new Baywatch?
Maybe.
Is that not what happened?
There was a scene in 21 Jump Street where Johnny Depp said, I used to be on Jump Street. I don't know.
Maybe I'm remembering it differently or incorrectly, but
Channing Tatum's another one of those guys that can do comedy and drama and whatnot.
He's good. I was actually just looking up Dwayne The Rock Johnson's movies. Sorry, Rock the Dwayne Johnsons. And I saw G.I. Joe Retaliation, the second G.I. Joe movie.
I haven't seen it.
So Channing Tatum was like the main character in the first movie.
Right.
The second movie, they kill him off in the first 20 minutes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you just didn't want to do it.
It was like, but it's kind of similar to the second Kingsman movie.
Channing Tatum was barely in it.
Yeah.
And yet when they marketed that movie, it was Channing Tatum.
That's true. That's true, actually.
Same thing with Godzilla. Bryan Cranston. Come see Bryan Cranston. Oh, he's dead. Les Mis. Anne Hathaway.
Okay, but if you know anything about Les Mis, you know
If you didn't know she was going to die 20 minutes in,
Yeah.
If you don't know what's going on with Les Mis, you should probably look into that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, are you thinking about the other guys for The Rock?
Oh,
comedy?
He was. That was The Rock and Sam Jackson together was pretty funny.
Aim for the bushes.
Yeah.
Like,
there goes my hero.
And
then just splatter.
You've seen the other guys, right?
No. Oh, but I think I've seen that movie clip somewhere. And yeah.
Good movie.
Talking about Channing Tatum, though, I just recently watched The Hateful Eight again. And I had completely forgotten that
haven't watched that yet.
He was made out to be...
You haven't seen The Hateful Eight?
I mean, I can watch it tonight. I have Showtime. It's on there. So.
Can I talk about this for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, there are bits and pieces of the movie where he's the leader of this clan or whatever, this gang, who's coming to pick up his sister, who is actually like some fugitive found by a bounty hunter. Long story short, everyone gets stuck, Blizzard, in this house. There are flashbacks of Channing Tatum's character killing the people who actually live there, hiding them, whatever.
Yeah.
The actual real time of the movie, you see him twice. You see him under the floorboards looking up, shoots Samuel L. Jackson's character in the balls, and he opens the hatch, right?
Door, yeah.
Channing Tatum pokes his head and shoulders out. That's all you ever see of his character in the movie. That's it. Other than the flashbacks, that's all you see because he gets shot there and he falls back in the basement.
He's mostly in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I just thought that was weird because for like the trailers and film previews and stuff, I'd always thought Channing Tatum would be a larger character, but
I don't think he was not in the trailers. Quentin Tarantino was trying to make... The only reason I knew that Channing Tatum was in the movie because I IMDb'd the movie before it came out. And I got to stop doing that. Because you ever see the movie Seven?
Mm-mm.
What's in the Box?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody knew Kevin Spacey was in that movie when it came out.
Right.
Everyone was surprised. And I think that's what Quentin Tarantino was trying to do with Channing Tatum because he was not in the trailers.
Right.
He was nothing. And then I think it was supposed to be a big surprise.
Because I remember knowing that he was in the movie, but maybe that's just because I had heard about it through other people or...
Yeah. And that happened with us when we saw Interstellar with Matt Damon.
Mm.
Oh, Matt Damon,
It like, he just kind of appears and just like we looked at each other, we're like, Matt Damon's in this movie?
Same thing with Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
In Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver.
Of course.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up. Any closing thoughts, guys?
I think next week we're going to try to talk about DC. If we get a chance to see Justice League, maybe we'll delay it a week. That way people have a chance to see it before.
Right.
Other than that,
but
I need to be caught up on these things.
Right.
So
yeah, we'll make Sam watch something and then we'll talk about it.
We'll definitely we'll try to release a podcast, and hopefully we'll release our first camp challenge. So tune in to see what that's all about. Be sure to like, subscribe, go to our website, camppyre, campppyre.com. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think, what you'd like to see.
If you're on listening to this on through iTunes or the Google Play Store, please leave a review and a rating for us.
Yeah.
And
any feedback definitely helps.
Yes.
And be
subscribe
honest.
to us on YouTube.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's all for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good night, campers.